This unbelievable campervan costs less than the average used car. It has a bed, a kitchen, and you can even add a shower. But its cleverest feature, which makes this campervan so cheap, will shock you. Let's take a look.
Motorhome luxury.
As you step inside, you enter a warm little room with wood tones, soft lighting, clean white walls, and a proper aisle through the middle. High-density foam in the floor and ceiling keeps you off bare steel. The bright finishes and uninterrupted floor make the interior feel much more open than its compact footprint suggests. Start beside the rear lounge. During the day, you get an upholstered sofa where you can sit upright instead of spending every meal on the edge of a mattress. Lift its lid, and the entire seat becomes a storage chest. That is where your bedding, folding chairs, hiking gear, or bulky food supplies can disappear without blocking the aisle. A table swings into place in front of you for meals or laptop work. When you no longer need it, it lifts away and stores vertically against the cabinetry. You keep a real work surface without giving up the floor all day. There is also overhead storage, plus tall cabinet space for clothing and pantry supplies. Here, it stops feeling like it's merely camping gear and starts feeling like a proper homey room. Aluminum-framed glass doors close the living and kitchen sections. Keep those doors in mind, because in a few minutes they will explain something about this van that sounds impossible. Then the lounge performs its first trick. Pull the slatted platform across, rearrange the cushions, and the sofa becomes a bed roughly 6 feet 3 inches long and just under 4 feet wide. Flexible side sections extend above the wheel wells, so the bed uses the full width of the van. You can stretch out at night, yet the lounge gives you the room back every morning. Need more sleeping space? Depending on the configuration, you can add a child's bunk about 2 feet 4 inches wide. It starts at roughly 3 feet 11 inches long and extends to about 5 feet 7 inches. It is rated to about 154 pounds and can remain open with the main bed deployed. If you travel as a couple, the storage option may serve you better. Now follow the aisle toward the kitchen. The countertop groups the sink, independent faucet, and portable cartridge-gas burner in one usable line. You can prepare dinner, wash up, and put everything away without stepping outside. The cartridge sits inside the burner itself, so there is no gas locker to worry about. Drawers below hold utensils and cookware, while open cubbies and upper shelves keep everyday items within reach. The cold storage setup depends on the version you choose. A refrigerator is optional on Basic, while better-equipped versions gain an electric compressor refrigerator. A compact microwave can also sit inside the appliance cabinet when selected. The portable power station is tucked into the same cabinetry, where it operates the LED lights, water pump, USB charging, and small appliances. A portable solar panel can be placed in direct sunlight without moving the entire van. Next, move from the kitchen toward the bathroom area. But where is the shower? A narrow cabinet beside the kitchen opens, the folding tray drops into the aisle, and a full curtain rises around you for privacy. Folded away, the patented tray occupies only about 8 inches of width. Open, it creates a real indoor shower without giving up the center of the van to a wet room you only use for 10 minutes a day. The two-way faucet also lets you shower outside when privacy and weather allow. Open the cabinet beside the shower and the whole water system is right there. Pump, plumbing, and separate fresh and gray water tanks. Capacity changes with the version. Origin carries about 14.5 gallons of fresh water and the same amount of gray water. Loft and Premium raise that to roughly 21 gallons of fresh water and just over 17 gallons of gray water. That is useful for cooking, washing, and short showers, but long daily showers will empty it quickly. Now for the toilet. Where could it be? Open the kitchen cabinet and the white portable chemical toilet slides out only when you need it. Pull the privacy curtain around the area, then store everything away again when you are done. You are not losing an entire corner to a bathroom that sits empty for most of the day. At this point, what would you expect a campervan like this to cost? $60,000? $80,000? The least expensive two-person version starts at roughly $13,800. You heard that right, it's no lie. In fact, it is the first clue to the secret we have been saving for the exterior. Step outside, and you realize you were never standing in a campervan. You were standing inside something that was put there and can come straight back out. That is why this design could be produced much more cheaply than standard campervans. You might be thinking, but I still have to buy a camper, which is also expensive. We have a solution for that, but we'll get to it later. Open the rear doors of a compatible cargo van of your choice. Align the wheeled platforms, and the sections roll into the cargo area like enormous pieces of luggage. Those glass doors meet because each belongs to one half. Together, the sections carry the bed, lounge, kitchen, storage, power, water system, and the bathroom equipment you select. Adjustable wall and ceiling panels expand to meet the available space. The two halves press together and are secured with approved straps, so the process needs no fixed anchor points, roof holes, or exterior plumbing connections. Once you understand the sequence, installation or removal takes about an hour. That means the same VanCubic can slide into a wide range of medium-length, high-roof cargo vans and anything larger. The standard system needs roughly 8 feet 10 inches of usable cargo length and 6 feet 3 inches of interior height, while the rear door opening, body shape, model year, and legal payload must also be compatible. When the sections come back out, their wheels transfer them onto swivel dollies. One person can move them around and store them in a garage, leaving the van available for work, furniture, or daily cargo. If the vehicle eventually fails, the expensive interior does not have to fail with it. You can move it into another compatible van and continue using what you paid for. With the doors shut, there is no giant coach body, exterior shower hatch, or row of permanent cabinets advertising what is inside. The grille, engine, transmission, four-wheel drive, and driving equipment depend on the cargo van you choose. You can therefore prioritize running costs, easier city driving, rough road ability, or a cleaner cab without changing the room behind you. There are several options you can choose from. The cheapest choice is Origin at roughly $13,800. It is intended for 1 or 2 people and includes the convertible double bed, kitchen, storage, roughly 14.5 gallons each of fresh and gray water, a 1,000-watt electrical system, and indoor or outdoor shower capability. It is the simplest route and leaves the greatest share of your total budget available for the van. Next comes Basic at roughly $18,400. It can sleep up to 4 with the optional child's bunk and retains the fold-out bed, kitchen, sink, stove, water system, and chemical toilet. The refrigerator and parts of the bathroom setup depend on the options you select, allowing you to keep it simple or spend more on the features you will actually use. Loft moves to roughly $24,000. It is the more complete touring arrangement, adding the storage sofa, removable table, taller cabinetry, electric refrigerator, indoor and outdoor shower, and the larger water capacity we saw earlier. It costs more than Basic, but it also leaves fewer major items for you to add later. Premium sits around $27,500 before delivery and personal options. It keeps the practical loft arrangement, then adds richer finishes, more storage, a stronger 2,000-watt electrical setup, and extra equipment such as portable solar. At that price, Premium already costs about as much as the average used car before you add the van, so Origin makes far more sense if keeping the total low is your priority. There are also body-specific alternatives. Compact is intended for a shorter high-roof van, while 360 uses a longer body and a different floor plan. Across the range, you can tailor the sleeping capacity, refrigerator, shower arrangement, water storage, power, and finishes around your travel needs and your available budget. Okay, we've got the interior, but not the campervan itself. So how can this be cheaper than a used car? After all, this is a significant expense. Well, here's a clever solution for you that can actually work out. Instead of shopping for a brand new cargo van, you can buy a second-hand high-roof cargo van and slide the new living space straight inside. Or perhaps you already own a work van that can carry it. Either way, the van does not need beautiful wall panels, a bathroom, or somebody else's aging electrical system. It needs the correct cargo dimensions, enough legal payload, and sound mechanicals. Scratched paint, old cargo shelves, and a plain work van cab may matter less when the finished room arrives separately. After all, rust, worn tires, transmission trouble, neglected injectors, or emissions system repairs can erase the savings quickly. Payload is another non-negotiable check. Depending on the equipment, the two sections together can approach 1,540 pounds before you add water, food, passengers, and luggage. Compare the complete loaded calculation with the payload sticker on the van to avoid any troubles you aren't prepared for. there's some compromises to be made as well. For example, travel capacity is limited to its approved cab seats, normally no more than 3 people, because nobody may ride in the living area while the vehicle is moving. Air conditioning is not part of the basic self-contained setup. There is no built-in heater either, because fitting one would mean modifying the van, the one thing this system is designed never to do. A portable electric heater can warm the small room when you have suitable shore power or enough battery capacity, but cold weather travelers must plan that energy use carefully. You get the idea. So now, let's put the two prices together. The average used vehicle costs about $27,000, while Origin starts at roughly $13,800. That gives you room to shop for a second-hand cargo van, while still aiming to keep the complete camper below the average used car price. We know the price of a VanCubic, but not the price of every used cargo van. So you can choose a VanCubic tailored to your preferences and budget, then pair it with a cargo van that matches your needs and what you can afford. Of course, cheaper used vans might be a bit worn, so you need to do your research to find a good buy. If you find a mechanically healthy van after inspection, the combined result can genuinely cost less than the average used car while giving you a bed, kitchen, water, toilet, and shower. And unlike a conventional used camper van, the expensive living space is not trapped on one aging chassis. The lowest priced donor isn't automatically the smartest purchase, but a carefully researched one is what turns this from a clever idea into a genuinely affordable camper van. So, does this camper van really cost less than the average used car? Let us know here if you think this is a smart solution to replace expensive camper vans. Want to see a real camper built to survive the end of the world? If so, click on it and we will see you soon at a new luxury motorhome.